Alright, welcome back. Road to 2300. Let's play a good game. And he plays, I think this is called Englund Gambit. What I do is just take and do not try hang on this pawn. If you try hang on this, then you're going to have issues. Last game was, we had 9 blunders. About, how many moves? 90 move game. And yeah, I need to do better. So, okay, he takes... I don't mind that too much. Let's just grab the center with the e4. Move. Yeah, in this move... what's it called? Is it called the Englund Gambit? Something like that. So let's maybe develop... I'm thinking maybe... Takes. Get the bishop out and then castle. Would be pretty good. I think. Actually, maybe not, because if I take and put here, he can push d5 because I can't take with the pawn because the queen would be in front. I guess I'm going to move my bishop out this way and then castle next. I noticed that my opponent hasn't played many moves with his pieces on the king's side, so that could be something I could look at in terms of some kind of developmental advantage. Okay, let's just castle. He takes my knight, I take with the bishop. This pawn is protected a couple times. Is he trying to maybe pawn storm me? Or just stop this pin? I'm not so sure. But now I'm thinking, I mean, I could take and like push f4. He has a check. I don't know. I'm just trying to kind of break through the center because he is having an issue with his development. So I'm thinking, let's say take, queen takes f4. He could check maybe. I move out the way. Maybe I could do like, yeah, you know, I really like this. Because I'm going to have a nice center. And I'm trying to push the initiative. I'm trying to push and open up the center maybe. Try push my e-pawn or something. Make a hassle for him because his king is still in the center of the board. Now, I am giving away this diagonal here. He, for example, has a in-between move. I could move over here and then he moves the queen and then he could castle. But, or he could have a check now. But I like these 2 pawns in the center. I really do. And perhaps I could play e5. That way, any d5 business pretty much never work. But who knows? Maybe the analysis says it's a blunder. Maybe. Now, I just have to watch out that if he can support this, if the knight was here, he could actually play this. And I'd have to give up my rook because it'd be like discover checks and stuff like that. So I just have to make sure. Maybe if he plays d6 or whatever, I should... I don't know. I just keep an eye on it. Okay, here... I'm really wanting to play this move because where does the knight go? It goes here, obviously. And I'm going to mess up his structure. Like, I don't mind trading the queens down. Queen takes, and then pawn takes. He'd have these ugly doubled up pawns. You know? But I'm just trying to force the issue here. And maybe I can play something like f5. Maybe not now. We'll see what happens. But it looks to me he moves back. And that's interesting. And that is interesting. Now I'm obviously thinking of moves like this, here, and move here, and just... So let's see. Let's see. I need like development. I need... Let's go with the moves that are forcing. Let's go here with tempo on the queen. And it's a very lovely place for my knight as well. And maybe I can do this and trade off or something. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anything there now. Is there anything there now? So if I check, he takes with the bishop. I could take with the pawn. I'm not so sure. Maybe f4? Maybe push the pawn and maybe push here. Because if takes... Oh, sorry, my knight is hanging. I completely didn't see that. I think what I should do is play bishop here and just have an eye on this knight in the future. I think that would be a good idea. And this is a nice diagonal for the bishop anyways. So we'll see. So I'm hovering around 18-13. I am playing some games offline that I'm not recording, of course. But, okay. So he castles. He finally castles himself. And I'm kind of curious, can I play f4 now, you know? f4, let's say he goes here. I take, he takes. I take here. I don't know. Maybe I can open up his... queen side, but I am risking quite a lot for it. Maybe I should kick out the queen first and see what he does. But then again, I like the way the queen is a little bit sidelined from the king side of the board, so maybe I can take advantage of that. I'm really in the mood for this move. But what to do after d5? Because if I en passant, he's just going to take, and queen takes. Queen's back in the game. I'm not so sure. But if we look at it from our opponent's perspective, this looks pretty scary. And the knight is, you know, on the rim. You know, something like this would always be crazy because you're opening up kind of things. Actually, here's a question for you. I get this in chess. When you look at a position like this, you're kind of... Oh, and he plays d5. When you look at a position like this, do you see the position differently when you see it from the other perspective? Because I do. For some reason, when you look at it from the black's perspective, you start to see it from their kind of point of view and stuff like that. I don't know. It's weird. So he plays d5, which I thought is the most challenging move. I'm thinking, like, I don't really need to take en passant, because then activate his bishop. I take the bishop, he takes the pawn, his queen's back in the game, this pawn is kind of left alone. I'm thinking I can just put my knight back and push. Yeah? And I think that's a great plan. That way I keep these central pawns. I can support them with the queen. But what I would really like to play is force the issue here and play f6. Otherwise, if I en passant, then it gives him... It kind of dissolves my potential. You know, I love the bishops here. I love the knight. And I love the pawns controlling here. I love the mobility of the queen. And I love my rook pointing down. So something's going to happen soon. I can feel it. Overall, this feels like a pretty clean game. Very different to the last one. And if you're watching this, let me know if you want me to try some openings. I'm totally, you know, I'm trying to improve. I'm mainly a d4 player. But I'm completely open to playing e4, c4, knight f, whatever. You know, that's why I started to play the Sicilians, is I really want to improve. Alright, so... For some reason, the first thing I thought is this. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Take, let's say. And push. See, the thing, if I go... Maybe I can even go here. If he pushes, take here. I'm kind of liking that. Now, is the knight gonna get in play? I don't know, my intuition tells me here, but what if takes? I mean, then I have like a push here, takes. Oof, that's not good. I'm really wanting to put my queen here. Here, here. If he pushes this one, I push up. Or the knight here. That's the thing. That's the thing I'm a little bit confused about. My gut kind of says queen, you know, get the queen into the game. Because if he takes, what's he gonna do? Here? Then I'll push. No, I don't know. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Sometimes thinking too much isn't good. Alright, let's see. What's this guy's rating in... okay, so he's 1740. He's played 18,000 blitz games, which is crazy. You have to watch out for these players who are like 1700 and they've played like 18,000 games. You know? Because, yeah, they're 1700, 1800, but it's like for some reason they're just really strong in a sense, you know? Alright, so let's see. Let's see what he does. This looks very dangerous for him, and it's not... I mean, he can't really push his G-pawn here. Kicking away the knight. I don't believe he can do that. Then everything breaks open, I trade off, and I get my queen in. And it really would not be looking good for him. So... I can't quite see a clear road forward, but it is very clear that I have a pretty significant advantage. I think. I'm not so sure. I think I do. Maybe knight here would be a good idea, but it would be trapping his thing. Another thing I like about the knight move actually is that I can just push this bishop back next move. You know? So that's good. Okay, bishop occupies there. He wants a trade of bishops, which is smart, because if I take, he's going to take back with the knight. So I'm going to go ahead and ignore that, and I'm going to see if I can play f6. Let's say he takes, I take. No, I'm not even going to think about this. I got to play this move. I think I just have to. Because if he takes now, I mean, I can probably take, Jesus. I don't even know. I can probably take this, take, check, take, and take with the rook, and try get my queen in here. I don't know. A lot of options are looking pretty good. Oh, it's happening. So, I was thinking to take. He's have to take back. I check. He's probably going to take, and then I take with the rook. And then now I have a rook on a dark square. He does not have a dark square bishop. Although he doesn't have to take back. Let's do that. So let's do that. So take. I'm going to take with check. And if the bishop takes, I'll take. And then I'm going to try get my queen on h5. Threatening this h6 pawn here. Because the rook and the queen will be attacking at the same time. So let's check. Let's see if he takes. He doesn't have to take though. Although... very annoying knight. What I'd be thinking is like, yeah, I'm gonna take this because, you know, this knight is powerful. Yeah, he does. Take with the rook. And now my move, I think, would be queen h5 if he allows me to do that. Oh, which I kind of missed. That I'm actually attacking this with the rook. And also, if I did play queen h5, he has... queen e1, back rank mate. Luckily, I have the synergy, harmony, between the bishop and the rook. So I think the obvious route, I'm going to check again, but I think the obvious route to go for is rook here, here, and maybe, let's just do it. Let's check first. I just have to watch out for the back rank mate. It's very unfortunate that in the end that's what happened, but let's see what we can do. It's really annoying actually. So maybe how can we trick him? Maybe go here and then... How can we trick him? Maybe if I go here and then here. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm actually threatening this. I'm not at the moment, actually. But if he takes this, that is... Oh! He does take that. Now, I think it's still worth it. It's a rook and a bishop for a queen. I think that's good for me. Last game we played, I got 2 rooks and 1 knight. Oh. He takes my rook, I take his queen. Okay, but last game I got 2 rooks and 1 knight for a queen, and that was amazing. He resigned. So let's have a look. That was a very clean game. 24 moves as opposed to last game. This is pretty good. Let's have a look at the opening. We played, this is called the Englund Gambit, that's right. So I don't like hanging on that pawn at all. I really just don't. Okay. Yeah, I took and played f4, which was good. Yeah, I pushed. Got my knight in, I'm finding the good moves. The move was here, which is interesting, which is to stop this d5 idea, I think. And now he's really stuck. This is a backwards pawn, so that was a good, actually, move. But okay, I played there. And the beauty of this move, actually, is that it also blocks the queen from attacking this knight, which is really, really cool. Very cool move, actually. Multi-purpose move. Okay, I played there, and I kept pushing here. Now here it did say, now that was a mistake. Here it did say to en passant, but I really didn't like this. Although, I didn't see that I can get the defender away from the piece, which is interesting. And the best move is actually here, which is also interesting. These are the things I don't really see. You know, I'm like, okay, bishop takes, obviously I have to take back. It's like, wait, no, I don't. There's in-between moves, and I realize that the queen actually doesn't have squares to go. So I can just kick him away and then take it if that happens. So the best move for him was actually to go here, which is really interesting. And I keep my pawn on this square. So something I have to keep in mind. Very funky moves, I think. So that was a mistake for me. Again, another move I kind of missed is here. That's... He can protect it in the end, I think, but wow. This kind of rook lift move I didn't see. It's very nice. Now this was a blunder. Because there's this skewer. But don't I have this? Let's say takes. Yeah, but then I get all my... Yeah, wow. All my initiative has been exhausted. So that was a blunder. F6 was a blunder. Which I didn't see at all. And like this was a blunder as well, I think. Wow. That's crazy. Oh no, I had one blunder, which was F6. Okay. See, I didn't see this skewer. I've fallen for that a couple times, actually. And yeah, it just relinquishes all my advantage. I had the advantage the whole game, so I had one blunder and one inaccuracy, and the inaccuracy was playing the knight here, where I should have actually done this. I didn't look at it further enough, realizing he can't actually capture this pawn back. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the game. I played pretty solidly. I just missed one kind of tactical thing he had, which was the skewer, but overall, pretty clean game. I am happy with that, especially with the last performance I had with 10 blunders my last game, so pretty good. Comment down below if you liked it.